Okay. Welcome to the Regal Eagle Report. I'm Lasya. I'm Levine.
And I'm Arsh, and we are your co-hosts.
We're Team 2869, a diverse and inclusive team located at Bethpage High School.
We are aiming for our podcast to be an outlet to interact with other teams and collaborate on varied ideas and thoughts.
We are so excited to bring you guys our brand new series. We'll be introducing one team from each state.
Embark on our journey as we'll be aiming to hit every state, reaching our goal of 50.
For this week's episode, we will be starting off with Team Paradise from Arizona.
So please introduce yourselves as well as your position on the team. I'll start for us. I'm Arsh, and I'm the captain of the team.
I'm Lasya, and I'm podcast manager.
I'm Levine, and I'm fundraising manager.
And you guys can introduce yourselves.
Okay, I'm Monis, I'm the vice president.
I'm Justin, I'm the president.
I'm James, I'm captain of design.
I'm James Gold, captain of programming and electrical.
Perfect. Okay, so
now we're gonna start with the questions. So how was your team founded, like the origin of your team?
Right, so our official FRC team was founded in 2003 at our school, but before that we had a robotics program through PairX. And then in 2003, our mentor at the time, Mr. Clayton, found FIRST, and he really liked the values of FIRST. So we raised some money to create an FRC team. But obviously it was a lot of work. So in 2005, we actually stopped FRC for the year because we didn't have the funds or the mentors to help. So our mentor at the time gathered some help. He got another mentor on board, and we brought some more members on, and then we've been competing in FIRST ever since.
Right. So was there any story behind your team's name, and if so, what is it?
Yeah, so our team name, our school district is called Paradise Valley Unified School District. So that's just where the name came from, Paradise. So there's not a huge story to it, it was just kind of the school district, the school's name. So.
Yeah. How many years have you guys been part of FRC?
Right, so we joined in 2003, so this is our 21st year.
Oh no, I was wondering about you guys.
I've been in FRC since 2022, so this will be my third year.
I joined last year, so this is my second year of FRC.
I joined 2021 for Rapid React.
Yeah, that's 2022. And I'm same as him. I joined last year, so it's my second year.
Where is your guys' school located? Are you in a city, in a small or big school district?
We're in Phoenix, Arizona, in the Paradise Valley School District.
Yeah, so more like urban, but not super, downtown kind of thing, but definitely more of an urban vibe kind of over here. So, yeah.
So how has your team helped increase membership from the underclassmen?
So one major thing we've done, especially since COVID, was we're actually a district team, even though the majority of our members come from our school. So what we did was we reached out to other high schools and recruited members from their schools to come to our team. We've also made a much bigger presence ourselves on campus through announcement videos and flyers and just driving our robots around at school events. So we've really had a much larger presence here at campus and throughout the district, and that's recruited a lot more members.
That's good. So now coming into more sponsorships and fundraising, what are some ways your team has gathered sponsors?
Yeah, so for us, a lot of our sponsors come through our members. So we encourage, all of our members to reach out to their community, reach out to their family members, family friends, and see if they could help out in any way possible. So a lot of our sponsors, we do get through that, they'll put us in contact with a representative at the company, and then our fundraising team will take it from there and, have a line of communication so that we can obtain those sponsorships.
And who are some of your sponsors that you guys have gathered over the years?
So right now we have a list. We have quite a few. Our biggest sponsor is actually our mentors family, La Familia Ramos, and then some of our companies that have sponsored us are Axon, SolidWorks, Camelback Toyota, our parent group, Bechtel, Baron Lighting Group, Aaron Newman, and Light Company.
So what are some of your fundraising initiatives that your team has taken throughout the years?
So a lot of it, we have a restaurant fundraiser every month, and then on top of that, we also try to do car washes every month. So those two are big money makers. We recently also had a auction of sorts, so that also generated a lot of revenue. And then aside from that, it's also urging our trying to get our members to again reach out to their families and whatnot, and maybe giving tax credits as well, because tax credits are there's a lot of money that you can get from there, and that's not money that's being taken like from your members. It's taken from the taxes. So that's another one of the big money makers that we really try to push.
We've also had some school sponsored fundraisers, or some fundraisers that have been like a school wide thing. So one thing that's really big at our school and in our community is called Haunted Paradise, which is something that occurs just before Halloween. So everyone's dressed up in their Halloween costumes, and they come. A bunch of little kids from around the community come in their costumes, and all the clubs on campus have bouncy houses or bowling games or whatever it is. And so we have many robots that we let kids drive around. Or this year we sold 3D printed like dinosaurs that kids could play around with, or they could customize buttons, and we sold those. So that's another really big fundraiser, and it also is just a fun event we do in the community. So that doubles as outreach and fundraising. And then for the restaurant fundraisers, we of course have like you go to a restaurant and you purchase something on a certain day, and we get a cut of the proceeds. But we also have some other special fundraisers like going on right now. We have a Krispy Kreme fundraiser, which is throughout the month of December. And you just go online to the link, and anywhere across the nation, you can order online for the Krispy Kreme, and we get a cut of those proceeds. So it's a little bit different than your typical just walk in and order something.
Okay, we do something like very similar things too as well. Now coming to the robot, like how has your robot evolved over the years?
All right. Our robot has evolved over the years, really just through the design process of it. From my understanding, the design process has been very limited to just a few people, and there hasn't been much documentation of it. But over the past few years, we've started to evolve to a more engineering notebook and schematic logs of all our designs and iterations, keeping it organized. And then we're gonna start this year designing more elaborate mechanisms and manipulators for our robots.
Also about the robot, what are like some new or different parts that your team has added or bought for the robot recently? Like for example, a swerve drive or some type of system.
We've implemented in a new robot, we made swerve drive modules that allow us to just really expand our motion of the robot. We've also invested in some new electronic components, some Rev PDP boards, some Rev controllers, and things like that. We're starting to also work on innovating our own type of elevator design as a manipulator mechanism. But yeah.
Cool.
So gearing back to outreach, is your school district affiliated with any like other FLL teams or FTC teams?
So we have FL or FTC teams in our district, but they're not affiliated with the district. Like they're not ran by district. They're just at schools in our district.
Do you guys like mentor these teams or no?
We have mentored them. Since COVID, we haven't really had the opportunity to get down there, but we do have plans in January to help out at some of the FTC's competitions that are going around, especially because we have some kids that come to our meetings at our high school who are also on FTC teams at middle schools. So we have plans to help out some of our members there.
What are some like major outreach initiatives you guys have, like locally or internationally?
Yeah, so a lot of our outreach initiatives are, local around the community. And we just go to a lot of events. Recently, we went to the Disabilities Expo, I believe 2 months ago. The Abilities Expo, where, we went there, looked at all the, well, you know more about that, you can say.
Yeah, so there was a huge convention of really fascinating technology of like new wheelchair designs or new prosthetic arm designs, and there was technology that helped people who had trouble walking or had trouble doing exercising, basic human things. And so the way some of these people created designs to combat these problems, we brought a few, we had a field trip down there where we really asked questions about how they developed these new technologies and how they marketed them. And it was a really fascinating opportunity for the team and also to get known in the community. Like one of the people at this expo who created a technology actually now donated some of his wheelchair wheels to our team that we could experiment with on some of our robots. Some other outreach opportunities we've done, of course, I mentioned Haunted Paradise during Halloween, but we also do local events. Like we went to some high schools in our district as they were during our club orientation days. We went to those to recruit kids from other high schools. And we also have plans to go to one of our members' moms is a principal at a school near us. And so we have plans to go down to her school and hold like winter break programs or summer programs where we just build robots with the elementary school kids.
Are there like any international initiatives you guys have done?
Since COVID, we've really focused on, instead of making a small impact internationally, really making a big impact around our community. So most of our focuses have just been around the community. Like this high school or this elementary school that I was talking about with the robot parts, the kits that we would be helping the students build. This is a high school from a community where the majority of the kids there, like 99% of the kids, are in poverty. And so this is a completely free program that we offer the students to kind of inspire them to be leaders in STEM so that they can kind of grow as people. So yeah, we're making a very big impact in our community.
Okay, nice. So I'd like to add some stuff about your Impact Award. So we know you guys are Impact Award recipients. Which year did you guys win Impact?
2017.
2017? And what initiatives do you think really led to your team winning tournaments for Impact?
So one thing that really helped us win was we made a program called Ticket to Paradise, which was basically a how-to or like a get started for FLL and FTC teams. So it really showed these teams how to get started with building robots and going to competitions.
So you guys also went to World Champs. How was your experience if you guys went? Can you talk about that?
So our experience at Worlds was it was a lot of fun, but we also got to learn a lot from other teams, just seeing what it really some other teams, like what they did to get to Worlds, from the innovations in their robot to just how they competed and how their team worked together. It was a lot of fun and a great experience for our team to really grow and just find out like what it's like to go to Worlds, really, because it's been a while since we've done that.
Yeah.
Adding on to that, there's also like mini conferences that take place where the other mentors, team members speak out, like make lessons on programming, outreach, sponsorships, and just generally lots of information you can learn there apart from just the competition itself. So that was a great experience for everyone on the team.
So what would you say?
Even oh sorry.
Oh, sorry, you can go.
Even the things that you didn't expect to be cool were cool. Like there was a 3D printed banana that was like huge and it was flexible, and it was like even the things that it was everything there was something that piqued your interest that you never thought you could see, and you could see. So it was a fun experience, and it taught our members a lot.
Kind of like a side question, but is there a team, like, does it have various high schools, like, interlocking? Like, people from various high schools come into your team? Is that how it is?
Yeah. So
So we do have some members from around the school district, but it is majority people from our high school. But we definitely accept people from across the district, and we do have a lot of members and mentors from across the school district, and a lot of our mentors are also alumni who are now at local universities. So yeah.
Like, what sparked interest in robotics for you personally? Like, each of you can tell us something.
What sparked interest in robotics?
I don't know. I just really love working on electronics, programming, and the whole environment here with the team. Just being around people that are also interested in the same things I am. I don't know. I just find it very enjoyable, and I enjoy my time here, so I keep coming back.
Me personally, I enjoy the fabrication that goes into building a robot, all of the preparation before of just getting equipment and also getting materials to actually make it, and then the design part of it too, figuring out how I'm gonna actually make a part that I design. I find that enjoyable, and I've learned a lot just from being in the club.
for me, as cool as it is to go to competitions, I really enjoyed watching the process, watching a prototype break, and we have to redesign it and try again, and try again, and try again until finally it works. That process of iterating and documenting and learning from our experiences is really something that captivated me to join and continue being on the team.
Yeah, and then for me, I've always been interested in science and math, so I knew that I was going to go into physics or engineering. And I think robotics is really one of the best ways you can get a head start in that field, especially because we have an engineering program here. And after going through that engineering program and having experience in robotics, I realized that so much of engineering is hands-on, and there's so much that you're not going to learn unless you actually go and make your own robot, go through the entire design process, and look at how all the components come together. So that's definitely what really sparked my interest and had me join.
Speaking about like STEM-related fields and majors, have alumni within your team pursued higher education in a STEM major or field?
Yeah, we have alumni from last year who's in mechanical engineering. We have past alumni who have gone to University of Oregon, and now he works at Amazon. And he's actually on a call with some of our other members right now, teaching them Java. We have some members who went to MIT and Princeton who also majored in mechanical engineering and computer science and other STEM fields like that.
Yeah, and we've also seen a lot of our alumni go into business majors. And I think that's probably because the experience they get with being on admin. So mostly it is STEM, but we also do have a sizable portion going into business.
Okay, so those are all the questions, and I guess that. Do you guys have any parting questions before we stop the call? Or any parting words for the audience?
I think FRC has offered a really amazing opportunity for myself and students at our high school and students in the community. And I'm just really grateful for creating such an amazing organization that can offer students this great experience at such a young age.
Yeah.
Okay, any last questions for us?
Yeah, I mean, so are you guys like a school team or district team?
Yeah,
What's the sort of?
we're just a school team, so we're in Bethpage High School, and this is Bethpage High School's robotics team. And
So yeah, our district, we have a lot of first teams throughout the district, like a lot of FLL teams in our elementary schools and our middle school, but we're the only like first robotics team that we have at our high school.
Nice. So then for fundraising and all that, is it similar to how we do it, or do you guys have any?
Yeah, we like hold car washes
Nice.
in the summer, which is very similar to you guys. We have like a really big off-season event, so that's how we do most of our fundraising as well.
Cool. Nice.
Anything
What are
else?
some, being the only FRC team in your district, how do you guys handle outreach and team building?
So we mostly network with our like the teams around us. So we have Plainview, Levittown, Plain Edge. So just recently we held a conference for all of our local teams, like around we're in Long Island, so our Long Island community, and they came in and we all just like talked about troubleshooting and new things we started. So that's just kind of how we like connect with, since we don't have teams in our community, we talk with teams around us. And we also have a lot of FLL teams and FLL Explore teams, so we go and mentor them. So that's also a big part of our outreach, and talking to you guys on our podcast as well. That's a big part of it too.
Nice. Cool. And I mean, just generally for New York, do you think FRC is big there? 'Cause I know there's a lot of like East Coast like teams in North Carolina and all that. Is it similar in New York as well?
So yeah, in New York specifically, we're located on Long Island. There's a lot of teams that are throughout New York, and there are multiple regionals. I'm sure you heard of like the New York City regional, and then we also have like the Long Island regional, as well as there's upstate competition as well. So there's a lot of different teams like spread throughout, and it's cool to see the different sort of societies that each team is in. Like some of the teams upstate, but compared to the teams in the city, like they have very different efforts throughout. So yeah, I would say throughout all of New York, there's a lot of different teams.
Yeah, it looks like we don't have any more questions.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, so thank you guys so much for coming on, and we hope you all enjoyed it. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you, guys.
Thanks for having us.
This is the podcast.